Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Derek Branch here of Saint Discussions on Strike Seven Sports. Today we're just gonna bring to you live a afternoon Saints talk, some random Saints topics that we got today that I'm gonna share. Talk some Saints talk, but talk about the Taysom Hill situation and talk about the situation going on with Zack Baun and whether or not he can contribute to this team in some sort of capacity. Um, it's been other than that, man, it's been a quiet week of pretty much NFL news, Saints news. Is really this is a time when it gets real quiet on the NFL home front. The NBA pretty much is dominating the news right now. Playoffs going on. Then you got boxing making a comeback. So you got a lot of those things going on right now. And today I just want to talk about the Saints, some topics about this team, and some stories I came across this past week. Just want to share my thoughts on it, and then open it up for engagement on chats with the live chats on the live stream, and just we discuss. So first thing I'm going to talk about today is the Taysom Hill and the quarterback situation between the two, Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. If you have not seen them by now, there's another Jameis Winston video that came out over the week, this past week, over social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, anywhere you could be on, any social media platform online, pretty much has the video. It's actually with a picture of him, a video of him. Trying to evade a pass rush, trying to, I guess, what that shows him trying to keep positive control of the football, controlling it in his hand. He was kind of in the pocket, moving, and it was, it's kind of with him holding the football, and a guy like a defender was trying to get it out of his hand. It was just kind of more of a ball security type drill, in my opinion. So I mean, people are, online, bashing it, making fun of it, complimenting it, whatever. I'm glad that he's working out, doing what he has to do to get better as a quarterback, because, it just block all the social media nonsense out with some people, because if he was doing something else in the off season, party and hanging out in Vegas or wherever, you had to have an issue with that too. So they can't have it both ways. It's just, do what you have to do, be you. But we only a month away, I think, from if I'm not mistaken, of when NFL training camp starts. I'm gonna pull up the dates right now, man. Let me go pull it up real quick. Give me a second. Give me a second real quick. Let me see. Give me a second. Yeah, July 27th. So we're only a month away from the start of NFL training camp. So starts on Tuesday, July 27th. So we'll find out who wins this job, But anyways, man, pull up this article I found over the week from came from WWL, and that's about and it was in regards to Chris Sims believing that Jameis Winston has an inside track for the Saints star QB job. Not Jameis Winston, but he believes that Taysom Hill has the inside track to the Saints starting QB job, and not Jameis Winston. So I'm just gonna read a little about this. Read a little more about this. The New Orleans Saints are, by all accounts, holding a true competition this offseason, but it's Taysom Hill, not Jameis Winston, that holds the inside track, according to one analyst. The do-it-all athlete is likely the choice to win the first crack at replacing Drew Brees in New Orleans, said Chris Helms of NBC Sports in an interview with WDSU Channel 6. Quote, my thought is like how they say tie goes to the runner in baseball. If it's a tie or it's close, I think Taysom Hill will get the nod or the advantage. Because of the fact that he has been there, he's done his time. Sims said this week, I do think there's that intriguing part of to Sean Payton about what he can do with him in the offense and everything like that. Yeah, I expect it to be him, and then you evaluate from there. All right. The notion isn't unexpected from Sims, who had already tipped his hand on the expectations in his annual quarterback rankings. He slotted Hill at number 24 overall, one spot ahead of Winston at 25. Okay. One thing working in Hill's favor is recency. It was Hill who got the starting nod for 4 games in 2020 season as Brees recovered from a rib and lung injuries suffered in Week 10. It was Winston who finished out the win over the San Francisco 49ers after Brees was hurt, but Hill took over the following week against the Atlanta Falcons, ultimately leading the Saints to 3 wins before a loss on the road against the Philadelphia Eagles in Week 14. Brees returned to the following week and a loss to the Kansas City Chiefs and started the remainder of the season. But it's Winston who holds up the top shelf quarterback pedigree, selected number overall by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the 2015 draft after a championship career at Florida State. Winston joined the Saints as a backup in the 2020 season and played sparingly. His lone touchdown pass coming on a trick play reverse pass to Traquan Smith in the playoff loss to the Bucs. Jameis has incredible high-end talent. I mean, if you took him top 30 to 40 plays from a few years ago, you could put them up there with Mahomes and the best quarterbacks in football and go look at it. Go look at this. This is unbelievable. Wow, Sims said. But the problem is you could take his bottom 30 plays and go, this is the worst 30 plays, and you will see in football this year. And there's been no bridging of that gap consistently. And that's really the big question. I don't doubt that he can have the type of resurgence, especially with a guy like Sean Payton. And that's where the battle is awesome. All right. If it's shaky though, the first few weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, maybe Payton makes the switch then, Sam said. But I think whoever starts week 1, he'll give them their due time to let them get comfortable and let his formula of offense really work around that guy. End quote. All right, so here's the thing. I mean, it's Chris Sims, man. I mean, I'm not really outraged by what he says or the type of content or comments he put out. I just take it for what it is. As I take it as entertainment. And Chris Sims has been known, like the article said, to say a lot of off the wall type things. He has. But in this case, to a certain extent, Hill does has the inside track to winning the job. And that's because he's familiar with the offense. He's been here since 2017. So he knows Sean Payton. He knows his system. He should have the upper hand on that job, on that starting job. But Jameis Winston has a shot at it too. It's always going to depend on how each quarterback, how they show what they show in the training camp, the actual training camp sessions. And I think that the preseason games are going to play a big role in that as well, despite what anybody may think. And people believe that Winston has the upper hand in his job to win this job. He should, based on his talent. But Taysom Hill knows the system, but getting on the field at times, Taysom Hill it doesn't look like Taysom Hill has a full grasp of the offense. It doesn't. At sometimes, at certain points in the game, even though the Saints won those games, he didn't look like he had. It didn't look like he was like he was familiar with Sean Payne's system since 2017. It didn't look like it. But either way, man, I'm going to accept whoever Sean Payne decides to choose as the Saints starting quarterback, despite of what I think, because how I feel, because Sean Payton is there more than me. He sees both guys more than me. He spends more hours with watching those guys in live time compared to me or you. You know, we only see him, we only see those two guys on Sundays for a couple hours. They'll watch these guys, they'll evaluate these guys every day, Monday through Sunday. These are days that the days that they are inside the building. They're watching these guys. They're evaluating these guys. And they know more, they have more game knowledge than us compared to how we feel or how we see the game. So that is what it is with that, man. So I think Winston wins the job, but don't be surprised if Sean Payne goes the route of selecting Taysom Hill to start. I don't know what the situation. I don't know how long it's going to take to where Sean Payton, Coach Payton, announces who's the starter for the regular season, and I don't know who's going to be the starter for the start of the preseason games. I think he's going to go with Jameis Winston to start off those games. He's going to go with Jameis Winston, probably for 1 quarter or two. I don't know, 1 quarter or two, and then your boy taking the second quarter, the third quarter. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes, man. But just hit that like button if you can, if you get the opportunity to. Anybody who's coming in, there's like one visitor in here right now. But it should be interesting, man. I'm looking forward to it. I think our guys, I don't think they're gonna make a play for another wide receiver. I think they believe in Traquan Smith. They believe in Deontay Harris, Marquez Callaway. I think Juwan Johnson is going to be a tight end going into the preseason. Work his way up into that. I think that's going to benefit the offense and him going forward. Pay huge dividends if Juwan Johnson could become a solid tight end in his offense. He'd be great, But anyways, man, I think Winston's going to win the job for the most part. That's where I'm feeling this way. It's where I'm thinking it's going. Just based on, and that's just me. That's just based on Sean Payton's body language, the way he's been speaking of Jameis Winston. It just you feel it, You just gotta follow the breadcrumbs, as Mikey Taylor would say. Just follow it. Watch the news, watch his body language, watch the quotes he put out. And you could tell that he's favoring Winston to win that job. He wants Winston to win that job. But I think he still feels that Taysom Hill has potential in his offense. So we'll have to see how it goes, man. Give me a second. Give me a break real quick. Hold on. All right, so if you come into this chat, just hit that like button. That's just for the visibility of this show, this podcast, this platform. It helps with our growth as being an independent brand, media brand for the New Orleans Saints. So just hit that white bucket, that like button once you come into the chat, please. Appreciate it. Now on to my next topic is on Zack Baun. And I wrote about this about a few weeks ago about Zack Baun becoming a contributor to the Saints defense. Last season, a lot of folks were expecting him to be that difference maker in the Saints defense last season, but that never came to pass. He only played in a special teams role, and a lot of people were wondering where was he and all that. And just a lot of things probably played into that. I think he was battling an injury. He's just not. He was never I think the reduced training camp. You didn't have the off-season workout programs that you usually have with rookies. You didn't have the rookie mini camp, so that kind of cut into his development, kind of reduced it. And he just had to get in where he fit in. You know, we had Alexander Zaloni didn't really pan out last season. You went and got Quan Alexander, who came in and just started. Appreciate that. What that like just came in and started right away with his offense. Well, not his offense, his defense. So Quan Alexander was the guy, you know. So going forward, we just got to see how Zack Baun does as a player on this defense. I'm not giving up hope on him. I know there's a lot of people out there that's kind of like written him off since they brought in they drafted Pete Warner out of Ohio State in the second round. So we just got to see how it goes, man, with that situation. But I've got an article I'm going to pull up from Saints Wire at usatoday.com, written by John Siegler, who's pretty good at the go-to guy for the USA Today network. But in regards to covering the Saints, I'm going to go ahead and read it. Talking about Zack Baun and his the position changes that he's going to go through. He's going to be on. Now it's going to be the wheel, not a weak side linebacker, and his defense. So I'm going to pull it up real quick. Just give me a second. Got 2 people in the chat right now. It's pretty good. Give me a second, man. Computer acting up, man. Man, hold on. All right, here we go. I'm going to read it started from here. As for the New Orleans Saints, second choice in the 2020 draft, linebacker Zack Baun mainly played as an on the line of scrimmage edge rusher at Wisconsin, but was relegated to special team duties in his first year with the Saints. Baun logged 3 times as many snaps and the Saints in the kicking game, 247 as he did on defense, 82 as the team's strong side linebacker. Had only 82 snaps as on defense, working with the actual defense. In his own Tuesday conference call, Baun said that he's moving to the weak side where he will compete with Pete Warner and Chase Hansen for a spot in the starting lineup next to Demario Davis. The Wolves has rarely fielded 3 linebackers at a time, and they still have Caden Ellis to work on the strong side. Baun could very well be the best option to start there. Warner is a better athlete with more games played from that alignment at the college level, but Baun could genuinely be a better fit despite having not done it before. It's something we won't know for sure until training camp kicks off in late July. At least he's trying anything he can to get on the field. Unless the Saints add a veteran like Quan Alexander or KJ Wright, he has limited shot at winning the gig. Either way, this isn't what you want to see out of your top 2 draft picks in year 2 with them, especially when they were marketed as being such safe selections. Ruiz should be focused on improving at a position he's already shown some promise playing. Baun should be an impact defender. Baun should be an impact defender. Other positions are being developed around. That's not the case. And those players and their coaches must work overtime to regain lost ground. If they can't rebound in a big way in 2021, the 2020 draft might be best forgotten. All right, so the way I see that is, I think Cesar Ruiz is going to be do fine at the right guard position. They still have Eric McCoy. Eric McCoy is going to stay at the center position. I think they should leave that the way it is. Zack Baun, a lot of folks were upset that Baun played outside of his role in college football last season at edge rusher. And I think that even if he gets beat out by Pete Warner, the rookie out of Ohio State, the second round selection, I still think the Saints can use him at a at some capacity on defense, and hopefully he can be an edge rusher, man. I know he's a bit undersized for that on this defense, but let him get some snaps as an edge rusher, because another 1 or 2 sacks on the defense coming from another player can mean a difference in winning or losing the game. And Zack Baun in college, man, he was pretty good at getting after the quarterback. Pretty good at certain run situations. I watched some of his film at his tape at Wisconsin. He's good at getting at the quarterback. And we in a division where we play in a division where, for the most part, a lot of the quarterbacks in the NFC South don't have, have limited mobility. We got Matt Ryan in Atlanta, Tom Brady in Tampa Bay. Carolina, you might have a little issue with getting after Sam Darnold, but that shouldn't be an issue. That shouldn't be a problem. But so we should play him. We should try to play Zack Baun at being an edge rusher. And in a certain situation, if things don't work out at his new position, that's because, like I said, 1 or 2 sacks on this defense coming from another person outside of Cam Jordan, Davenport, who else on it? Carl Granderson can mean a difference, man. It doesn't hurt to have another pass rusher on the defense. You can never have enough defensive ends, enough pass rushers. That's a saying in the NFL. So we should try. I think the Saints should try to get him on the field at some level of capacity. Because I believe that defense, he can be a contributor and he can do some great things for this team. So it is what it is with that situation. And I also said in an article I wrote about this about a week ago, I believe I wrote that this could be a 1-year audition for Baun to make the squad as a contributor, man. A 1-year audition. Because if not, man, they can relegate this guy to being a special teamer again. A special teamer. But I hope that's not the case, man. Get him on the field, man. He's young. Guy is still young. What's up, John Smith? He's still young. We don't have to pay him. They don't have to pay him right now a whole lot of money. He could just be an edge rusher, undersized edge rusher that can make an impact, that could get after the quarterback. We're in a division. We're playing in a division that has quarterbacks that have very limited mobility. Now outside of the division, that could be a difference. That could be a little bit of an issue because we're facing Josh Allen this year. We're facing Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott, but I don't know how Zack Prescott is going to move around the pocket now since he suffered that injury. We're playing against Cam Newton, who's always been mobile, but the Saints are familiar with facing that guy. So the Saints have done a really good job sacking Newton in the past, so that shouldn't be an issue. But anyways, man, hopefully it pans out for Zack Baun. I think Cesar Ruiz is going to go do just fine as an offensive guard instead of playing his natural position at center, and leave Eric McCoy where he's at. Let me see what guy in the chat. Do you think Jameis will do better under Sean Payton? I mean, when compared to 30 for 30, Bruce Arians risk it for the biscuit. That's what I'm hoping for. Whatever happened with Bruce Arians is old news to me. It's not. It's what it matters of what he does now with his team. So I think he does well with him. He's going to do well with him. I just think that hopefully the turnovers, his decision making will be better compared with Tampa. And I think he's grown up, But I'm going to elaborate a little more on what you said. I think coming up this week, I got an article, talking about the skepticism of the fan base and just football media critics around about Jameis Winston until he steps on the field. I'm going to talk about that in depth this week, sometime this week. But yeah, I think he's going to do better under Sean Payton. I think he is. I just think he's going to be a better quarterback, better decision maker. You don't have to have a rocket arm. I've said this before. You don't have to have a rocket arm to be successful in this offense. You just got to be accurate and not turn the football over and be precise with his working with Sean Payton. But yeah, I think he will do better with his offense. Even though the rocket arm, you have it, it's a plus. But Winston does have it, and I expect Sean Payton to build an offense around Winston or Taysom Hill. You know. Any other questions? That you want to put in the chat? You got 2 in the chat right now. Thanks for the likes, 3 likes I got. Other than that, man, I think Janoris Jenkins put out a statement today about his time with the Saints, and he was saying that I don't have the whole story on it, but I appreciate it. I don't have the whole story on it, but he said the Saints are the best organization that he's ever been part of. That means a lot. That just shows you the power of the Saints brand, the power of the Saints mystique as a whole. Man, I just remember years ago when the Saints were a laughingstock of the NFL, and nobody didn't want to come here. It was just you had to overpay for players to come here and build a winner. Not anymore. You say things like that, but the Saints, man, that goes a long way. And it only paves the way for future free agents and players to come here in the near future. Any other questions, man? Anything else? I'm about to shut this stream down. You got nothing for nobody? All right, man. That's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like if you listen to this later in the day or tomorrow. Just give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel about the Saints upcoming season. How you feel about training camp. What position battles are you looking forward to? What storylines are you want to see during the training camp sessions? And also description box below, check out strike7sports.com/Saints for latest content on the New Orleans Saints organization. Have a blessed day. Enjoy your day. Be safe. Peace. Who that? I'm out.